If you're a new entrepreneur or someone that is thinking about starting a side hustle or starting a business, I want you to watch this video because I'm going to be sharing with you one of the biggest lessons that took me 5 years to learn. And I want you to get this lesson as quickly as possible because I believe that once you get it, you will be able to have success a lot faster. My name is Matthew. I've been working as an engineer for the past 8 years. And over the last 5 years, I have been on this entrepreneurship journey. Now, for many people, they think that they're going to start a business, they're going to start a side hustle, and immediately you're going to be able to become profitable. Now, for some people, that is the case, but for many people, it is not. And it's not because they have bad ideas, it's not because they're doing something that's not going to work. What I've discovered is that there are three things that keeps people from having success. The first one is lack of belief. Lack of belief in yourself. You may be the first person in your family to ever start something new, whether that's going to college, maybe it's starting a business, maybe it's getting into trading, maybe it's getting into investing, maybe it's getting into managing the money that you have and just being better off financially. Whatever you end up doing or deciding that you want to do, oftentimes I've found that lack of self belief is really what holds people back. And honestly, it's what held me back. When I first started to have these eye opening moments and all these ideas, I started to tell my friends, started to tell some of my family, and I thought that they were going to support me. But what really ended up happening is they started giving me all this negativity of, oh, this ain't going to work, or oh, you don't know what you're talking about. And it really discouraged me, to be honest, because I'm like, man, these people that I really love and that I really care about, they don't really support what it is that I'm doing, but this is something that can help make their life better, not just mine. And once I discovered that I couldn't share that with them or couldn't share any more with them, and I started to believe more in myself because what they were saying caused me to doubt myself. I mean, think about it. You've grown up with these people, your brothers, sisters, aunts, cousins, your mom, your dad, and you're telling them this wild dream. And they're telling you it's not going to work. They're telling you that nobody in our family does that. They're telling us or telling you that you're not going to make it, or they're giving you these negative comments, or they're giving you this like, oh, how's your little business going, or all these other things. And it's really causing for you to have self-doubt because those are people that you love and that you care about, and they are not supporting you. Well, I got good news for you. You don't need them to support you. You don't need for them to understand anything that you are doing. All you have to do is believe and go after it. Now, the second obstacle that I've discovered that really hurts a lot of people is going and purchasing courses. All right. Purchasing course after course, book after book. And don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong at all with purchasing courses or purchasing books. However, I've discovered that you can really be on a hamster wheel if you're constantly purchasing courses. Now, granted, some of these courses are not really worth the money that you paid for them, but that's when you have to go and do your due diligence to make sure that the investment that you're making, you're going to be able to get a return. And when you're going and purchasing course after course, book after book, I mean, of course, personal development books, I feel like are really the top notch book that you want to buy because it allows for you to constantly develop. And it's really just a lot of repetition. But you do not need to go and buy more courses about Facebook ads, or you do not need to go buy more courses about Shopify or drop shipping or starting a marketing agency or all this other stuff, because the course is only going to awaken your mindset to those different activities. And for you to really understand what it is that you're doing, that's going to lead us to number three, which is you have to execute. You have to put yourself into consistent action every single day so that you can gain the necessary skills that you need to develop. You know, over the 5 years, I'm like, man, this is a great idea. I start doing this, and then something else comes up, and then I'm doing something else. And what I've discovered is that if you are not focused, if you don't have the right mindset, if you are not in the right environment, and if you are not taking consistent action every single day, life is going to be hard as an entrepreneur. And that's just honestly the truth. You know, many people want to shy away from doing the work. Like, for instance, with me, for a long period of time, I was like, man, I just want this to work and I want to do this. And I started working and doing all this behind the scenes stuff. But it really got to a point where I realized that, yes, I can do all the marketing, I can do all this, or posting on social media, but if I don't have the results, that means that I need to go and I need to actually get results. All right. And I want to encourage you that you can do this. You can do this. You've gotten the books, you've gotten the courses, you've invested in yourself. You start to develop your mindset a little bit. Well, you're going to have to develop it some more because you need to take action. I believe that part of the reason why so many entrepreneurs do not have a lot of success, and more so people that have a background within some type of college profession, whether you went for criminal justice, engineering, doctor, lawyer, whatever it is you went to school for. One of the reasons why it's extremely hard for us to be able to become a very good entrepreneur and have success in that field is because of the fact that we spent so much time in school. You know, for me going to school to become an engineer, I spent 5 years in school, 5 years of my life in school to go learn how to become an engineer. And I realized along the way of my 8 years of working that became my identity. And that may be the problem with you. Right now, you're working your job and that has become your identity, but it's not the life that you actually want. Well, I want to encourage you that if you go out there and you start to execute, you are going to be able to have the life that you want, but you have to put in the execution. Do not be afraid of getting no's. And the reason why you shouldn't be afraid of getting no's is because the more no's you get, you're getting one more closer to a yes. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I will catch you in the next video.